Hi guys, it's Nancy, and we are gonna play around with some wax seals. But before we do that, a lot of you guys have mentioned lately that you would like 5x7 hot foil plates. So I just wanted to show you, in comparison to some brands that are out there, what the size of the hot foil plates are. So this is the brand new one from Paper Tray Ink. And by the way, you guys asked about sanding this. I don't know that I would go and bother doing that. I don't know how it would affect the foiling if you did that, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Okay, so this one from Paper Tray Ink is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it is exactly A2 size. So if you wanted to make something larger than that, okay. This is an old Crafter's Companion foil press one, which, again, at this point, they've announced they are discontinue foiling. So this one is 4 3/4 by 6 1/2. So 4 3/4 by 6 1/2. So that's the biggest one so far. This is an older Spellbinders one. I believe this one is discontinued. Snowflake Sparkle background. And this one is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this is the same as the Paper Tray Ink one. But what I really want you guys to notice, I'll leave this one out for a second, is the newer plates that are coming out. This one, the Optical Geo one, is out now. This has the coordinating stencil. This one is 4 1/2 by 5 3/4, so it is a little bit larger. Can you see that difference? So it is about 1/4 of an inch larger than the old Spellbinders plate. Okay, and I think a lot of the new ones are being built this big. So again, this is the new Geo Snowflakes from Simon Hurley and Spellbinders. You can see that it's bigger. And this wood grain one is supposed to be out, I believe, November 8th. I showed it to you guys a little sooner. So the newer ones are slightly bigger. Now, they're not 5x7, but they are much larger now. So it's 4 1/2. So it's 1/4 inch larger. And 5 3/4. So, yeah, it's 1/4 inch longer than... So, the Crafter's Companion one is 4 3/4 by 6 1/2. So, the Crafter's Companion one is still visibly larger. It's 1/4 inch wider, and it's about 1/2 inch longer. But Spellbinders is really making an attempt to make their plates larger. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. If you weren't already, here's an older plate. You're getting 1/4 inch longer and 1/4 inch wider on the newer Spellbinders plates. Now, I'm assuming that's what they're going to continue, because I think they've heard you guys say that. And some of the other companies that are out there are still a little bit smaller, but just thought I would pass that little tidbit of information on to you. That being said, I ordered some stuff. So as you guys know, as being part of the Spellbinders design team, I am sent some products at no charge, but I did go out back and buy some more products. So I wanted to show you guys. So they originally sent me the silver Marvy marker. And I want you guys to hear that. You hear that? Find some cardstock on. You know, I clean my desk. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to need all those little pieces of paper. And then what happens? I need them. Okay, so this is the silver. Now, these are the ones that I got off of Amazon when they sent me their kit. This is the STA metallic color pen. So I want to show you guys the difference here. And this is like a regular marker. Doesn't smell like a paint pen, but I want to show you guys the metallic difference in those. Okay, so these are the STA. Okay, now let's look at these from Spellbinders. These are Deco Color Premium pens. You can already see the difference in the metallic shine. So that's the silver. And these are paint pens, so you do need to prime them. And they have these 3 colors at Spellbinders. So there's silver, there's gold, and there's rose gold. So when you get it, you're going to hear that ball shake around, and then you're going to press down on this nib until you see that color come through. Do you see it? And then once that starts flowing, what a difference. Now, they do smell like paint because they are paint markers. This pink one is really pretty. I can't wait to see what this one looks like. So hopefully they'll come out with more colors of these. But you can see the difference in the metallic shine. And you want a permanent marker. So these are the ones that are the generic ones from Amazon. So yeah, they look silver and gold, but there's really no shimmer to them. Not like these guys, which are super shiny. And you can use them to address envelopes. Okay, so that's the difference in the markers. There's also a difference in the wax. So I ordered... well, let's talk about the spoons and then we'll talk about the wax. So the spoons. So again, you get this beautiful kit from Spellbinders. And again, it comes nicely packaged. You have the silicone mat, which clearly I have been using up a storm here. You have your warmer. I bought some tea lights from the store the other day. It has that For You stamp, a wide spoon, and a set of gold beads. Now, these are, even though it's called a wax sealed set, you know, because back in the day they used wax, I believe these are now plastic. So I'll show you the ones that I've made. And I'm gonna light this and move it off to the side. Okay, let me show you these spoons while that's warming up. Okay, so these are the spoons that you can buy at Hobby Lobby, on Amazon. And here's the one that comes from Spellbinders. So number one, I want you to notice how much wider it is so you can get more wax in there. Okay, it's a wider spoon. The other thing is it's a flat bottom spoon and it comes down, hi, you can see me, a little thinner. So this spoon is flat. This spoon comes down more. This actually touches the flame. So when it touches the flame, it gets soot all over it. And that's what's all over my mat here. And soot is very difficult to clean up. So I do like the Spellbinder spoon better. I did order an extra one because of that, which if I wasn't playing around with multiple spoons, I wouldn't have seen that. Look at that, all that difference. Okay, so I do like the Spellbinder spoon because it is wider. It has a flat bottom. So I have had less soot. Now, when wax strips down the side here, this does get sooty, okay? So just keep that in mind. You want to continuously clean this. In fact, let me grab my paper towels because you always want to have paper towels handy. I showed you guys a whole bunch of the wax seals, so we'll play with some of these. And then I've played with these wax seals. I have a whole bunch from a whole bunch of different companies. I'm going to say the quality of the wax seals has been pretty good from all of the companies I've gotten them from. I don't have any issues with wax seals. Now, what I do have an issue with is some of the wax. So, I've been playing around a lot, as you can see here, with all my different wax seals. But some of these don't melt down completely. Like this color here, I had a really bad problem with. This is this is a stick that I melted down. and it was just very clumpy and kind of gross looking. But the rest of these melted down okay. You can see the marker on here looks pretty good. And we'll do it in different colors. And then I used a black Sharpie marker on some of them, which worked fine. But here is the silver paint marker. So you can see. So, but some of these, excuse me, smoked and they smelled bad. Like some of them smelled like they were burning. Some of them smelled like just melted crayons. So just be aware of that, the different quality of waxes that are out there. I am going to formally put on record that I just thought Spellbinders honestly just picked up any wax. I mean, here's how they come from Spellbinders, and just said, okay, here, you guys go ahead and have at it. And I ordered some online, and there is a difference. There is a difference. These melt faster. They melt cleaner. There is not as much of a smell, if any at all. And these ones I got on Amazon, yeah, they were a little cheaper, but like I said, a lot of them smoked or smelled bad. So I gotta say, the quality of the spoon and the wax, and that it comes with the silicone mat, it really was worth it for the price for me, the value from Spellbinders. And you guys know, I test out things, and if I can find a dupe and say it's cheaper and go buy it somewhere else, I'm gonna do that for you guys. Excuse me. But in terms of this kit, the wax seals, you can buy these anywhere. So yeah, I'm going to tell you that. These wax seal stamps, you can buy these anywhere. You can try them out anywhere. But this quality of the spoon, the quality of the wax is definitely better, in my opinion, in what I've been playing around this week with them. And that wood grain hot foil plate, the glimmer, is a little larger. It's a little bit bigger than the 5.5, 4 1/4 that you're used to. That'll be out November 8th. This sealed Spellbinders set is out now, so you guys can purchase this now. The only thing it doesn't come with is your little tea lights, which you can pick these up pretty cheap anywhere. Okay, so I also have the brushed envelopes. So I thought I would show you guys an example of what this looks like. Let me sign one of my Christmas cards here. So here is the holly, I think it's called holly, dies. Here's that Merry Christmas truck. Here's that glimmer plate, which is a little larger. And then I inked it. So let's just say I want to sign and stamp this with my new markers. Okay. And if you want this, comment down below that you want the card, and I'll pick somebody and send it. I'm going to put my little FSC sticker in there. Now, if you want to protect these, you can buy foam. They sell it at the, you can buy a roll of it, packaging store, and it's just thin foam, and you can put that on there to protect your wax seal. Now, I will put a hand cancellation stamp on here to make it easier for the post office, because we're not supposed to be putting these through the machines. I'm going to put some of this gold wax in here. I'm going to do 4 of them, so we get a nice big seal. Squeeze in there. All right. And then I will address this to whoever wants it. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm off camera. You guys can already see how quickly that is melting down. And I'm going to use this other Merry Christmas. Now, I do like to make them on the silicone mat, and then I do have to be careful because that other seal's over here. And then make them on here, and then I use a really good strong glue when they're made like this. I use the Art Glitter Glue, and this glue is really good. So that's how I normally like to do it, is make it on the silicone mat here and then glue them down and mail them. So you can see that how quickly that melted down, and I'm just going to use my little stir and a little paper towel here. And these are metallic. There's a lot of these from Spellbinders. Not all of them, but most of them are shimmery, metallic, pearlescent colors. Okay, so we're going to use this one. And I want it to stamp it down like that. So and we're just going to give that a second to set. And you'll notice that I wiped the end of my spoon, that wax, onto my paper towel over here, because I really don't want that dripping down. So let's look at some of these new colors that I got. So originally they sent me the gold, comes with the starter kit. The teal, and you get 100 in a bag. The red, which is your traditional red. I got the blue, which is called Royal Blue. Okay, and then I just ordered fuchsia, which we're going to try out. The green, which looks like a darker green, and pearl. They have a lot of different colors. You'll have to go to the website and check them out. And again, they all melt pretty quickly. So there's a little bit of gold left in there, but I'm going to mix some of this green in there with it. And then I'll just put 3 in there. All right, and there you can see the Merry Christmas. So if you want this card, this envelope sent to you, comment down below, and then I'll pick a winner and you'll email me your address. Just comment, I want the card. Okay? All right, so that one's done. Let me bring my mat back in here. And these are not just for Christmas. There's so many different companies out there. I mean, here's some Halloween ones I made. You know, initials are always fun. Snowflakes. You can use the stuff that you already have. I want to do the green one in Merry Christmas, and then I want to do the Happy Birthday one in fuchsia. And we'll use the gold and the fuchsia marker on these. And if you missed my other videos, I did some other videos with a formal unboxing and showing some different things. So go back and check those out. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of a swirl so that gold and green kind of mix together. And I'm going to take my paper towel and carefully wipe that wax out of there. I want to change colors, so I'm just going to wipe this down while it's still warm. Be careful, it is hot, so you'll notice I have my paper towel pretty well wadded up, so I'm protected. Remember, the neck of the spoon also gets warmed, so you want to just be careful not to burn yourself. Definitely don't want any kids or pets by when you do this. All right, and we're going to change colors to fuchsia. Now, you don't have to clean the spoon in between colors. You can leave it. I find that 3 to 4 wax beads come out with a good size for me. But if you leave that other color in there, you'll get a little bit of a mixing, like we got a little bit of the gold in here with the green, which is fine. And we're going to do this Happy Birthday one with it. Leo? I hear my dog, but I don't see my dog. Oh, look how pretty that is. Let's color it before I lift it up. So this is the gold one. I had the silver one before. And you're just lightly going to just touch the letters. You don't want to press down because then it goes on all over the wax seal itself. So you just lightly want to touch those raised areas. Pretty cool, huh? And then I have them all saved in a little bucket here so that when I'm ready to send out my cards, I just grab one and glue it on. So you can see the difference between using 3 and 4 beads. So 3 gives you a little bit smaller, thinner wax seal, and 4 gives you a nice chunky one. So it's just personal preference. Okay, our happy birthday one is ready. Oops. And if you mess up, cut it up, put it back in the heat. See, I didn't clean that off, so the wax is going down into my warmer. Cut it down, put it back in the heat, and remelt it. Okay, let's do some of these pearl white. I like the pearlescent ones. I think they just give it a little extra oomph, a little pizzazz. So I'm going to do 2 of the pearl white and add 1 of the fuchsia in with there. And we'll do the thanks mandala. Here's the happy birthday. Let's use the gold on this, and then we'll use the pink on the next one. And that is the fuchsia wax. Pretty. And I think these are plastic, you guys. They are pretty pliable. They used to be made out of wax, but I mean, normal wax would crack if you did that and break. So I think these are made out of plastic now, not as much wax as they used to be. So I think they'll hold up in cold or hot weather. So we're going to give this a little stir. Now, something I was experimenting with yesterday is doing 2 colors. So let me see if I can get that to work today. It was a little tricky yesterday. You have to be really fast. And I was trying to do this on my live the other night, and it just did not work. So I'll try it again here for you guys. So I've put 2 of the pearlescent white into the spoon. And I'm going to grab some of the royal blue. I'm going to need 3 of these. And this may or may not work. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time on this because it took a lot of practice. But I'm going to attempt to duplicate this, which is using 2 different colors of wax. So if it works, great. If it doesn't, I'll just have to keep practicing it. Okay, so our thanks mandala is done. And we're going to bring in our pink. Now, you would say, well, why would you do two-tone when you can color them with the marker? I don't know, just to be different. Well, pink on pink kind of blends together, so this isn't showing up too much, but it is definitely more of a like a carnation pink. Well, I guess that's like a rose gold pink. I don't know how to explain it. And it doesn't stand out as much as the silver and the gold do. That's what I'm for sure. But it's still pretty. Okay. All right. So to do my double color technique, and I was just experimenting with this the other day. I couldn't get it to work. And I played around with it yesterday and got it to work a little bit. So I have mostly pearl with a little bit of pink in there. And I'm going to quickly pour this onto my hot wax spoon, being careful, or stamp. And then I'm going to flick it off, okay? So I really kind of want all that hot wax into the stamp. See that? Now I want to give that a little bit of a second to cool down. I'm going to clean my spoon off real quick. And put that back on the warmer, and I'm going to let my blue melt down. Now, yes, you want a silicone mat because this is messy. I did warn you guys that it was messy. And I'm going to try to carefully scrape off the edges. Now, you don't want that to happen. So what is happening is the wax is trying to lift from the inside. And that's what I mean. This took a lot of practice yesterday. Getting it just right. I found, too, if I warmed my spatula a little bit with the heat tool, that it was easier for me to pull some of that off. And again, it is tedious. It does take some practice and some work, but if you can get it to work right, and I think bigger designs work better than smaller designs. If you have smaller designs, it just wants to stick in your stamp. All right. And this will all pop right off. This will all pop off, and I can remelt this. And this may not be for you. This may be too tedious and you say, hey, forget it. I'm just going to stick to coloring with marker. That's fine. I just want to show you guys that, you know, you can experiment and play around with these and different designs and see what you can get. Okay, so my snowflake is now embedded with this pearl. And I'm just kind of really just picking it off the edges. Okay, and our blue is pretty much melted. And I'm going to stir this a lot so that blue really gets incorporated in. So you only see a little bit of the pearl, but you mostly see blue. Okay. Now watch. Yep, probably a little too much wax on that one. And I'm going to clean my spoon out. And you can see I didn't really get any soot on this because I was careful to See, there's no black on here. I was really careful to clean my spoon and make sure I cleaned up those drips when I could. So now everything's nice and clean. I can take my warmer, blow that out, and then carefully wipe that off. And I'm just touching the wood. I'm careful not to touch the metal. Same thing with the inside. Just carefully wipe that down and then let everything cool down before I put it away. Now, somebody also gave me a tip the other day on my video to have a bag or a bowl of ice next to you and keep these wax seals in the ice, the stamps. So that way your wax releases smoother. So you can try that as well. The other trick that I did many years ago that I forgot to mention to you guys is you can take Versamark and you can take a brand new stamp and stamp that Versamark on there. And again, it also gives it that kind of non-stick coating. Which just helps the wax release easier. Okay, let's see if our double colored snowflake worked. There it is. So obviously I could have did a better job at cleaning it up, but we got two colors without using a marker, which is the same thing I did here. So it takes some work. Here's one that I did and just colored it in with the marker, which looks fine. It's just fun to play around with it. Here's some more I did yesterday where I just mixed the colors of the wax. So here's a teal and a purple I mixed. So yeah, just have fun with it. Try it out. If you have any questions, post them down below. I will link the description of everything I use down in the description for you. So to get to the description, right under the video here, there's like a little arrow down. You're just going to click on that and it will open the description box for you. And I'll have links for everything. You just click on the links and it'll take you to wherever you want to go. Most of these are going to be Spellbinders. Some of them are going to be on Amazon, like those aftermarket stamps. But go check them out. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And make sure you're subscribed so you can see if I make any other videos. And have fun with your wax seals. It's a lot of fun. If you want to win that card, comment down below that you would like to win the card, and then I will pick a winner in a couple days, and I will ask you for your address, and I will mail it out to you. All right? Thanks for watching, guys, and keep on wax sealing. Bye-bye.